So tell us about your gurus.
Yeah, my gurus, as I told you, because it's
just
been more
mentioned
of
the
an
names,
inspirational learning. I've never really kathakale. It's not like that. It's more of an inspirational learning, because even when I was young, my parents, they used to think that I must go into academics. They wanted me to become IAS officer.
Okay.
So, but destiny, it changes, and I became a musician. But even now, I am in touch with my academics, and I have completed my PhD in commerce, not in music.
Okay.
So I got the doctorate and state award on the same day. Both were conferred on the same day. So I felt very happy. That was a very happy day in my life. So that's how I've been. And even now I'm doing my postdoctoral research in my field. So I've not left academics anywhere. So it is going on par with my music.
Okay. So you also teach, right?
Yes.
So what are the activities of the Global Flute Foundation?
Yeah, I am teaching flute exclusively, because when you teach flute, vocal and other instruments, flute becomes a secondary thing.
Yeah.
So now verum flute matram I teach. So I tell the students also, if you want to learn flute, and get a wango. Otherwise, don't come, because I don't want to teach vocal. I don't teach for making money or something like that. I want to teach flute because it should become more popular. There are many youngsters. There are many old people also. I have students who are above 60. They want to learn, because sometimes ஒரு வாழ்நாள் முழுக்க ஏதோ ஒன்று பண்ணணும்னு ஒரு ஃபீலிங் இருக்கும். But they wouldn't have been able to fulfill that. So I tell them, okay, எத்தனை வயசானா என்ன, you come, you can learn. So I don't have a barrier for teaching. I teach and I conduct workshops. I perform for the fundraisers, student scholarship fundraisers. And my students are also picking up well now. Some of them have learned, they have gone to other countries to study. But all of them, I tell them, you do your job, you do your academics at the same time. Try to, pursue music as a passion. That's what I tell them.
Okay. So, what's your favorite raga?
Oh, I don't have like a favorite raga. Any raga is my, I like all ragas. And especially now I'm into film scoring also.
Okay.
So I'm scoring.
Telugu industry?
Yes. It has just started actually. I didn't go into it because I wanted to. Though initially, they used to call me for coming to play the flute, but I didn't want to be a background musician. So they said, no, when I get a good opportunity or something. So it just came. It just happened. Somebody asked me to. This is himself. He himself is a national award-winning director in 90s for short films. So
Okay.
he's, after a long gap, he's producing a
What's his
movie.
name?
Shri Prasad.
Okay.
So he's producing a movie now, and we have 2 projects already. And the project is still going on. It is still so like that. I mean, it has come, and I have composed for TV channels, promos, songs, and also for private albums. And I have released many albums only in flute. Now I am also working on an album for children, because children music is not very popular. Everybody wants to only cater to the bigger audiences and the older audiences. So I want to do some. My brother and a team of people, they said, you must do something for children's music also on flute. So I'm doing these kind of activities.
So can you play something for our little viewers?
Oh, okay.
Because even I haven't heard about this children
No, I am
music. Yeah.
still working on it, but I'll play a simple tune which probably they might enjoy. But I mean, it's still in the making. We are still working on it actually. But I can play a small tune. Yeah. Yeah. So it goes like this. In this we'll do the chord. When we do the chord with different flutes. play two flutes. And I will play with my student, or I will play in a different separate track. So when you mix the two, the chord will be very nice. It makes people, kids jump and play. So for their exercise, something like that. So especially in America and other countries, they enjoy this kind of music.
Okay. So you're a teacher as well as a player. So would you provide some tips for the beginners, like few do's and don'ts?
Yeah, well, I would say first thing is don't look at it as only a a professional point of view.
Yeah.
First thing, start learning the instrument. First, vaasikanam nariya, kattukanam. So you have to learn first and then develop a feeling for the instrument. Flute is very, it is a natural instrument. So I have also written a book called Basics of Flute Playing, which gives the fingering chart and other things. So, those who are interested, sometimes they can learn on, even some foreign students, they have taken the book and they have, they have been benefited by that. So, what I would say is you can develop a little bit on your own also, in case you're not able to find the right teacher. So that way you can practice, and after that, of course, there are many people are teaching. So I'm also coming up with some modules so that they can learn more flute. Everybody, I want to make it free, so that everybody can learn.
So tell us about your future plans. You said that you are working on 2 films, and then so tell us about your
I want to popularize the flute as a solo instrument as much as possible, because when we see any reality show or when we see any program, anything, flute is always in the it's in the background. It's only part of an ensemble, and it's not that much of a main instrument, and more people are going into fusion, jugalbandi and all that, but I am interested in popularizing flute as a complete solo instrument, solo playing with different instruments like ensemble. I also play group flute with my students. So we present that kind of things, and I'm coming up with thematic concerts. Okay. So like I did one called the Reincarnation, Vivarta, and Wind and Earth, like this different themes, and I composed one on the key flute. It's called Mandari, the boatman's song. So like this, we want to come up with different themes, and I want to work more on such albums so that many people like the flute. Okay. So I want many people to hear the flute and enjoy it. That's not only in India but other countries all over the world.
Okay.